know how breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
Now, breakfast is often regarded as the most important meal of the day.
Well, it's a scam. It was literally invented by cereal companies like Kellogg's just to get more people to eat breakfast. That one marketing campaign went nuclear and blew up the entire breakfast industry and made billions and billions of dollars. Bear with me because trust me, this is really related to your dropshipping business. And if you understand what all those huge brands are doing, you will learn how to not be manipulated and also how to use marketing in an ethically correct way and become rich off that. If you now think about smoking in general, it's a high class and cool thing, when in reality, the action of smoking itself has nothing to do with wealth or coolness or anything. It was just a marketing stunt. And that one marketing thing has killed millions of people across the last years. One of the top 3 scams I've ever heard of is the carbon footprint. It is so well made that most of you guys watching right now didn't even ever think about this being invented. Because listen to this, the company which owns the most amount of gas stations and oil in Europe is called BP. And that company has created the carbon footprint calculator as a stunt to basically take all the blame from them, from the environment going to shit, and put it on every single person in the world. They basically understood that at the moment, they are the bad guys. They're the people who crush the environment by basically selling so much gasoline that the entire environment collapses. However, they took their top marketing guys and invented the carbon footprint calculator. And the idea of that was to take all the blame and put it on you. They put it on the regular guy who's just driving to his work with a car, he's eating meat, he's not being vegan, he's doing all of those things. And they basically calculated how much emissions that one person does, and on a bigger scale, if everybody's doing it like that, that is the reason why the environment goes to shit. And obviously in that calculator, they massively overdo the entire carbon footprint for everybody just to make themselves look less worse. There was some calculation where it basically equals to like half a minute of one station of this entire global company, which is basically nothing and is not going to change shit. However, they've hid it by just saying, hey, if everybody's going to do it, it's going to make a difference, which is also not really the case. And this carbon footprint calculator went viral like crazy, and all the environment companies started using it to their benefit and basically showing people how they should live to lower their carbon footprint. And it's just so interesting to understand how the human mind thinks, because if you go to their website, everything is greenwashed like crazy. And for example, in Germany, I know a company which is translated called Organic Sun. And it sounds like everything is organic and everything is super green and clean, but in reality, they've just named that brand like it. Nothing is organic at all. It's not connected to being organic or whatever. But the name of the brand itself actually conveys this image. And the company BP literally did the same thing. They've just made the entire website green, used those specific fonts of text, which just look like they're helping the environment. And that's it. People started believing that. And the main message of this video is to try and understand marketing when it happens. Marketing is not something good or bad. It can be used for good things and it could be used for bad things. And for example, if we have some kind of amazing marketing campaign, which is just a 10 out of 10, and it's for a cancer research study donation, that's going to be amazing. That's a good thing. If it's used like what I've showed you just now, it's obviously not the best thing. However, whenever you see a message in general, try to understand where the origin of that message comes from and also why it was being said. And keep in mind that the big companies are not there to make your life better. They're there to make money. Keep that in mind every single time you listen to something. Also, understand that those marketing tactics can be used for your benefit. For example, if you have some kind of little calculator on your store which shows how much money you are saving if you're using that product versus something else, that can be a super strong booster for your conversion rates. When you are at a restaurant and you see something where all of a sudden you just bought something extra which you never wanted to buy, think Think to yourself, how did that happen? Did the waiter ask you a specific question? Was it just offered to you and it was assumed that you want it anyways? Try to understand all of those things and also think how you can use that for your business. I'm getting so much valuable advice from huge companies, from places I just go and eat or drink, because I understand that those guys have figured it out. The top restaurants, the top bars, the top companies in general, they've split tested everything to come to the conclusion that this is the best way to do it. And you should be understanding that. You need to understand that whatever they're doing, you need to try to copy for yourself, because they're amazing at doing that. I want you to subscribe to this channel right now, because dropshipping at this point is not easy at all. It has so many pitfalls. It has so many dark sides which nobody talks about, and I want you to be prepared. I want you to understand why 98% of the entire dropshipping community is not profitable. Most people in the dropshipping community do not make money. And sometimes it seems like everybody's making money because you only see those flashy numbers, when in reality you do not see how many people attempted to do it and failed, because obviously there's a survivor bias here. What I also want you to do is check out this case study playlist. It's an entire playlist dedicated to students who have actually made money with dropshipping, and they're all talking about their experiences, their problems, their pitfalls, and also how they still succeeded and overcame all of those issues. So you're gonna be able to click somewhere here and check it out. Trust me, the value you're gonna get there is just immense.